Hey guys, how is it going? I hope everyone is doing well whenever you tune in and see this. So yes, this is going to be finally the Cancer and Leo readings for September. I do apologize that they are a few days late, but had friends and family in town and a lot of stuff going on, but it is all divine timing as well. So again, these are going to be general readings for both Cancer and Leo for September 2023. They may resonate before or after a little bit, either by a couple of months in the past or even a couple of months into the future. So whenever you see this message, it is meant for you, and hopefully there's something here for you to take with you. All right, so without all being said, everyone is welcome, whether you are a rising sign, Cancer, have your moon in Cancer, your sun is in Cancer, same thing for Leo. And we will be putting in the timestamps after the live is done for everybody who either just wants Cancer or who just wants Leo. I will be doing that after. All right, so I just want to make sure real quickly that the sound is good here. So it looks like it is, so yay on the sound being good. But yeah, I hope everyone is, again, doing well whenever you tune in and see this. If you're in the States and you're doing Labor Day stuff, then I hope you're having a good Labor Day weekend so far. All right. And everyone else, even if you're not in the States and you're not doing Labor Day, I hope you're still having a good day or time, a good day, whatever the time is, whatever the day is. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do a quick sound bell here for Cancer and then go ahead and get into your reading here. So this is just when we're gonna tap into our body a little bit, take a couple of deep breaths if you feel guided, and also for me to just tap in with my guides as well and make sure that I'm delivering the messages to you guys, for you guys, as clearly as possible as I can. All right, so here we go. This is for Cancer. Cancer. Let's see what we have here coming up for you in the month of September. So I've already taken your one photo of all your cards here, and I will be uploading it to my Facebook after this live is done. So if you're watching this on YouTube or on my Facebook, all you have to do is go into Facebook and type in Malessea's Magic Light. And that's the name of my channel here, or what you see at the bottom of your screen. Hopefully that's my website name. So if you just go to that Facebook page and you see this video later, one of the photos for both Cancer and Leo will be uploaded, and it'll be in the comments if you feel guided. All right. So anyway, Cancer, let's see what we have here for you. Let's go ahead and call out your cards and then talk about the potential time frames, time guidelines that some of these things may occur. So we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse position. We have the Six of Cups in the right side up position. We have the Three of Staves in the right side up position, also known as Three of Wands. And we have the Wheel of Fortune in the right side up position. And then we'll talk about the other cards as we get to it, okay? But these are your main four at the top here that we're gonna start with, all right? So Cancer, it looks like here you have a lot of Cups cards. So you've got 4 Cups cards, all right? Some are in the past, some are in the future, current, present energies. And then you have a wand. You've got 2 wands, one pentacle, a sword, and then your one major arcana, okay? So an underlying theme here to your reading can be about emotions, right? More positive emotions, more negative emotions. It depends on the reading as we get through it. And of course, since this is a general reading meant for multiple people, you have to take what resonates with you, okay? But as far as other zodiac signs that I'm seeing here showing up in your reading, Cancer, with this Wheel of Fortune, you have 4 other zodiac signs that you could be dealing with, or you have a lot of that in your birth chart, or someone else does, or it could also be referencing one of those seasons of this year, of last year, even next year, or it means nothing at all, okay? But the 4 zodiac signs that we do see with the Wheel of Fortune is Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, and Taurus. So some of you guys could be dealing with either a Scorpio, Aquarius, a Leo, or a Taurus, okay? But also throughout your reading, since you did have those 4 cups cards, we have a lot of other water sign placements here as well. So you could also be dealing with another Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. All right, but with all that, let's go ahead and call out your cards here. Well, we called out your cards already, but we want to talk about the potential dates that some of these things may happen on, okay? And I'll say each one as we go throughout the reading, so it's nothing to over worry about or anything like that. It's just kind of a general guidelines. So we're saying that the first card can be from around September 1st through the 8th. The second card can be from around September 9th through the 16th. The third card can be from around September 17th through the 23rd. And the fourth card can be from around September 24th through September 30th, or maybe into the first couple of days of October as well. Again, they're just kind of general guidelines as far as the time goes. All right, give me 1 second. Hermes, I don't think so. Hit him. Hit. Hermes. No. You've been doing that lately, every time. Every time I turn on the video, you guys, he tries to go eat something out of the cat litter box, and you can't even reach it, but you're trying. All right, anyway. It's disgusting, Hermes. You should be ashamed of yourself. Yeah, I just shamed you on the internet. Okay. So, Cancer, let's get back to your reading. Sorry about that. We're starting with your first card, first week or so of September, right? And you have what I would say is a beautiful reversal card, okay, because the card is in the reverse position, especially because the cards that are following it and underneath it as well, and just the way that it felt energetically when I pulled it when I was doing your shuffling, okay? So the first card that you have here, Cancer, is the 8 of Cups, is in the reverse position now. Okay, and when we talk about the first card, it can be energy from the recent past still that we're still picking up as well. But it is like you or someone else, or just the energy, the environment, is now ready to come out of a incubation period, I'm hearing, or a isolation period, okay? Someone in the past had to walk away from something emotionally to figure out what they wanted or needed, etc. But when it's in that reverse position, again, you or someone else or the energy is now ready to come out of that. It's like, okay, I did that time to heal, to ask important questions, to incubate all that good stuff. I may be isolated a little bit socially and or energetically, and now I'm ready to kind of come out of that, all right? So great energy to start off the beginning of your reading here, Cancer, okay? But let's break it down too. We have 2 cards underneath it here to give us more insight about maybe why this card is showing up, okay? So, excuse me, in the past here, Cancer, we've got the 3 of Sacred Circles in the reverse position, and we have the Queen of Cups in the right side up position. All right, so we've got water sign in the cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, like you, or depending on where you have Cancer in your chart. Then we've got earth sign energy over here, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, okay? But it looks like here, and we're talking about it with this one, so I might as well hold this one as well, because this is future current and this is past. All right, but it looks like in the past here, Cancer, there could have been, again, that isolation that we talked about, to maybe not only focus on something emotionally or to heal something, or to just heal in general and recharge our batteries, right? Also in the past with this 3 of Sacred Circles, there could have been a little bit of maybe too much isolation or too much incubation period in some way, okay, with this Three of Sacred Circles, also known as Three of Pentacles in the right side up position, because you see this one Native American hut in the center of the card, and then you see all the other huts in the background. So this is a card of building prosperity, building finances, abundance, all forms of abundance, right? It's wanting to build earth energy. And so not only finances and money and abundance, but also our values. So someone or something here in the past maybe thought they had to isolate in order to do that. But it maybe after a certain period, and maybe that's why you're coming out of it now, or someone else is, or the energy is shifting in this way, because that's good for, you know, a certain time, but then we need each other, right? We're social animals, okay? So in order to build more value or more abundance, maybe that's what was needed for a little bit of time to really focus and again do some healing. But we can't, you know, stay there all the time, right? We need, again, other people, other spiritual team, all sorts of stuff. We need the animals, if you're into animals, right? All of those things, as long as they're not eating out of the litter box, right? But this is really interesting here too. Cancer, you could, not for all of you, since again this is a general reading, but some of you could have something going on within the family, or whatever you consider family, in the past, because you have the Queen of Cups in the past, and then you have later on, you have a King of Cups in the more future present energies, but it also has a little past energy. And so they are normally married in the tarot, right? So it can talk about family or something like that, but it doesn't have to for everybody. But really, this Queen of Cups here too, in general, is the divine feminine energy. It could be an actual woman or someone who just represents a lot of feminine energy in the past here, who was really clear on her emotions and wanted to use them to her advantage, right? It's kind of a younger kind of queener energy, a younger queen energy. This is the Guinevere, I believe. Okay, so she's very poetic. She's a younger queen stepping into her role, right? Getting leadership qualities, working on confidence, all of those things. Okay. But again, this is kind of just the energy we're talking about that showed up in the past that made it possible for that Eight of Cups in the reverse position to show up here for you, Cancer, in that first week. Okay, so now maybe you're starting to come back into circulation in some way, but there is, again, something to do here with the past or with family, or if it's not necessarily with family or what we consider family, it could also be the way that we were raised, or childhood nostalgia, or something like this. And I say that because your second card in the second week is the Six of Cups in the right side up position. Okay, and so here we also have, and we said this could be from around September 9th through the 16th. We have this alchemist teacher and his student. Okay, this is the way that they depict it in this deck. Okay, and so we have a more balanced energy here emotionally. Let's say we have 3 and 3 on each side as far as the numbers go, but both the teacher and the student can learn something from each other, right? But it's also like this youthful energy, the childhood nostalgia, not being a grown-up, and then we have more grown-up energy with the teacher here. So and of course it's like stereotypes of, well, what is a grown-up and what is a student, what is a kid, right? But in general, it could be that you or someone else here, Cancer, is growing up a little bit in some way. Could be growing up emotionally because it is a Cups card, or it could just be, again, looking at past stuff emotionally and then deciding, okay, what can I kind of learn from that or separate from, and then, let me go back to where I was as an adult, okay, or as a young person becoming an adult eventually, right? Whatever it is here, or you're a seasoned adult, whatever it is, okay? But again, this is really nice energy here as well, okay? And so you have then going into the third week, you've got more fire energy. Okay, and you have a little bit of every element here, Cancer, throughout your reading, right? You got all the water, it's majority of it is water. Then you've got a pentacle, you've got some wands, which is fire, and then you've got the earth back there. Okay, so you got a little bit of everything. And you have swords, which is air as well. I don't know if I already said that, but yes. All right, so that is good, because sometimes if there is one element kind of missing in a reading, that can say a lot as well. All right, but I don't really necessarily feel that for you because of the elements that are already showing up. But let's see what's going on here in this third week, okay? Because it is interesting. It's like an added layer to your first week here, Cancer, because you had all that healing going on in the past and the incubation period and figuring out the emotions or walking away from something emotionally and then starting to slowly come out of that. We feel it again here in the third week on a different level, or it advances to a whole nother level, okay, because this is the Three of Staves in the right side up position, which we said could be from around September 17th through the 23rd or so. This is the Three of Wands, all right, and so this is also this couple. Let's say if we were talking about somebody who hadn't been out in a while, so they're like, you know what, honey, we're gonna go to that party, okay? We're gonna get in our car or our boat, as it's shown here, this Egyptian couple, and we're gonna go to blah blah blah, the king or this or that, whoever's party it is, and we're gonna bring a gift and we're gonna be social and we're gonna do all of those things, okay? So this energy is showing up here as well for you, Cancer. Now, it can be that at this time there is also some better health. There's something going on in the physical body that feels a little bit better, possibly for you or someone else if you're dealing with someone else, or even multiple people, your general environment situation, right? We do have in this third week that Mercury retrograde is going to be going direct on September 15th. So that's kind of actually starts in the second week and then goes into the third. But anytime, if you've seen me before, you've heard me say this a bunch of times, but anytime a planet goes from retrograde to direct or vice versa, it's going to stop where it's at and then it's going to slowly start picking up speed going in whichever direction it's going. So even though Mercury goes direct in the second week, the third week, it could still take some time to pick up speed. And so Mercury rules communications and electronics. Mercury is known as the trickster planet a little bit, okay? So it could be that if you started to come out of that incubation period in the first week and ready to start slowly, energetically, and physically start socializing in some way, or being open emotionally in some way as well, that you could really see it more like take shape in the middle of September, towards the end of September, and then even going on into October here. All right, but let's see what's underneath it too to get even more insight, because I also want to say that this Three of Staves energy is it's like growth starting out, right? It's not the Two of Staves or Two of Wands, it's the Three of Wands, so it's not the smallest, but it's not the biggest either, but there is this potential to keep growing, right? To have better physical health, to have more passion, creativity, all the fiery energy here. All right, but let's look what's underneath it too, to see what was going on here in the past that kind of made it possible for it to show up. I'm going to do it this way because it's just easier for me how I see it in my reflection here. All right, so now we have the Seven of Wands in the right side up position and the Five of Swords in the reverse position. I'm going to come a little bit closer just so you can see the cards. They're a little bit smaller and more abstract at times. This is the Hermetic Tarot deck. But anyway, what we see here in the past, Cancer, was there could have been more defenses with that Seven of Wands energy, or not on stable ground. As far as our health, our physical body, or just in general, there could have also been this type of, it's not a martyr, because that's not the right thing that I'm hearing, but it's like defending something that felt justified in the past. Could talk about like soldiers type of energy, or somebody that is protecting something at all costs, whether it's you yourself protecting yourself or someone else, vice versa. But what they call the Seven of Wands in this deck is the Lord of Valor. So it's kind of like, you know, I don't even know what the exact definition of valor is, but it makes me think of medals and being courageous and being strong. And well, let's look it up just for, you know, shits and giggles, as they say, because now it's going to bother me. But I feel here, Cancer, that it is in this past energy, it possibly felt like that in some way. Okay, it says valor, great courage in the face of danger, especially in battle. The medals are awarded for acts of valor. Okay, yeah, so kind of already said that, but I just wanted to make sure. And so it could have felt like that in the past. Okay, that defending something or defending yourself was really worth it in some particular way, or if it's not a person or you yourself, it could have been like the energy in general. But then you have kind of this, you know, different energy right next to it with the Five of Swords in the right side up position. So it could have brought in the past here, Cancer, this energy of being overly competitive to the point where you or someone else, general environment situation, is not focusing enough on the present moment. Okay, so somebody or some energy did this in the past, where we're too focused on the future, we're too focused on the past, or we're focused on both the past and the future, but we're not, again, in the present moment enough. So, you know, you can talk about that as almost like being overstimulated in the crown chakra, okay, being overstimulated in the mind. This could also be this energy of having some type of anxiety, worry, or overthinking that made this kind of, again, both of these cards are very kind of defensive in a way, but it don't feel necessarily that it's defensive towards other people. Could be for some, since it is a general reading, but it feels more defensive of self for somebody here, Cancer. Again, could have been you or someone else in the general environment situation. Okay, but again, these cards kind of made it possible for the Three of Staves, Three of Wands to show up in your future, current, present energies. This is past energies. Okay, so it's like now here, and let me sit down, just because I had to sit on top of my chair like that to get really close to you. Ow, wow, I just hit my knee. Okay, good times. Yeah, that actually was supposed to probably happen because I was starting to say overly defensive of self, to maybe even the point of self-destructive energies in the past, hurting yourself or hurting oneself in general. But here in the future, current, present energies, that is not happening anymore, right? So we don't want to, right, stub our toe or hit our knee or whatever we're doing, right? We want to take good care of ourselves, both in the physical body and the mental and the emotional that we talked about in the first week. So I feel that is happening here for you, Cancer, and it really feels like it's coming together for you, you know, more possibly, you know, also in the third week and into the fourth week will officially be in Libra season. You could start seeing those effects more in the Libra season or towards the end of September. But it all kind of comes together in your fourth week, which is the Wheel of Fortune in the right side up position, okay? And we said this could be from around September 24th through even possibly the first couple of days of October. Again, it's just a kind of general guideline with the timing. But this is like now luck is on your side here, Cancer. Now things are more in alignment. the vibrations are where they needed to be, or they're correct, the vibrations are correct, okay? This could also be something that took a lot of planning, or was I'm hearing like foretold, but that sounds so like dramatic, like it's like a play or a movie, or I don't know, like the olden times, but it feels, there was a couple other signs this September readings that got the Wheel of Fortune in the fourth card. I can't remember which ones now. But it could also have something to do with the general astrology. Again, what we really have going on in the third and the fourth week is not so much astrology wise. We have a first quarter moon, we have the beginning of Libra, and then we have a full moon in Aries on September 29th. But if it's not astrology per se, even though we see the zodiac signs literally in this card, it could also be something to do with the collective unconscious, or the world stage, as we say, politics, something. But it is, like I said, kind of coming up in a couple other readings. I don't remember which ones offhand here. But Cancer, for you, let me get back to where I was. This feels like something that either was planned a long time ago, or somebody or something told you that it was going to go down this way, or it could have been promised to you in some way. But it is like important to remember, of course, the manifestation rule, right? So it's like the law of attraction, yes, but also whatever we focus on or manifest, then that's what we're going to bring into our world, right? And so we have Jupiter. Oh, duh. Okay, maybe that's what it is, but I still don't know why it's in the fourth week. So Jupiter does go into retrograde in the beginning of September. Where are we at? September 4th. Jupiter, what I was starting to say was, rules. Well, Jupiter's, I'm looking like all the things coming out too fast in my mind. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, so it's going to expand everything that it touches. So that's what I was starting to say about manifestation. So whatever you manifest or focus on, it's going to get bigger, right? Just like what Jupiter does when it expands, it gets bigger. But Jupiter also rules, okay, religion, law, politics. We just mentioned politics a minute ago, and I wasn't even thinking about Jupiter. Travel, education, all of those things, okay? So again, that can be more of a general thing going on here, Cancer, but it's really like, again, something could have been promised to you or told to you before, or you told yourself, or someone told somebody that this was going to eventually, come into alignment here for you, okay, or for someone else, the general environment situation. But you also don't have any red or yellow lights here throughout your reading, Cancer. I forgot to say in the beginning. So depending on which reading we're doing, there can be a couple or at least one. You don't have any, okay? So all of your weeks are green lights. It's like the first week is a slower or softer, dimmer green light, and then it's like green, 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 okay? So I would still say that the fourth week is the best, okay, with that Wheel of Fortune. So if there was something that you wanted to accomplish within your control, like travel, and we said Jupiter, right, travel, or anything that you want to manifest that is within your control, then maybe possibly hold off into the fourth week, but not necessarily, right? It's going to be different for everybody since it's a general reading. But let's go ahead and see now to your tarot confirmation card here, Cancer. So this is a combination of past and future energy. It comes in here and confirms all four cards, all 4 weeks that we just talked about. And this is the Father card, okay, that also connects to the Mother card that we had in the past, all right? So let me show you the card first, and then we'll get into the other thing in a second, the kind of family stuff I was talking about earlier. But you've got the King of Cups in the right side up position here, showing up here for you, Cancer. Again, water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, like you, right? But in the past, you had the Queen of Cups. And now in the future, current, present energies, and a little bit of past too, but more future, current, you have the King of Cups. They're two different decks, but they are married to each other. So that's why I said it could have something to do with family, or what you consider family, or it could be, what else did I say? I can't even remember what I said earlier. That it was, it feels like if there was more feminine energy emotionally in the past, with this being on the future, current, present energy, it sits on top of the future, present card in the fourth week. It's like maybe now more masculine emotional energy is coming into balance. That's the one way you could look at it. It also could have something to do with the past and with family, but it doesn't have to be. But mainly when this King of Cups card shows up here, he is saying that you want to step into your power here, Cancer, emotionally, okay? You started doing that in the past, you did your homework, and now it's really showing up again. And it could also be that you are feeling more supported by your support system, friends, family, romantic partners, mental health care workers, whatever it is, right? And it could also be that you are feeling more resilient, more strong emotionally. It could be that you are perhaps even traveling here. Again, like travel coming through like so many times, and I don't always say that. So we see kind of the wheels that we would see on the Chariot, your official card in the tarot, Cancer. We kind of see it also in the King of Cups in this card as well. Okay, so it could definitely talk about travel. But it's a really strong, resilient energy. Something is definitely taking flight here. There's lots of transformation emotionally. And I love to see it. So, yeah, Cancer. Let's see what your Oracle card here says as well before we kind of switch over to Leo. But this is from the Rebecca Campbell Starseed Oracle deck. And the name of this card is Lifting the Veil. And we see this person kind of opening the curtains and they're looking out of the window. Okay. And then it says, questioning everything. And then it says, anything unaligned must go. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I would put it with the Wheel of Fortune and also your King of Cups cards, your Cancer. Because if things need to go, the wheel's going to move it. The Wheel of Fortune, but also the wheels in the King of Cups that I just talked about that are from your Chariot card. Okay? So if something, again, is unaligned or the vibration isn't correct, it's going to kind of, I'll show you this card in more up close in detail as well. It's going to need to go, or it will go towards the end of September here. All right. So that's good. That's beautiful, Cancer. We definitely don't want to, be focusing on the wrong energies that are not going to get us where we need to go. So yes, let all of that go. Question everything, but let go of the stuff that isn't in alignment. All right. So, dear Cancer, that is your reading. I will be uploading your photo of all the cards after. Again, if you want to check that out, all you have to do is go into Facebook and type in Malessea's Magic Light, and then you'll see this video posted, and underneath one of the comments will be the photo if you want to check it out, but you don't have to, of course. It's just something I like to provide. But yeah, we're going to check the time now. So when I add the timestamps for later, and then we're going to go ahead and switch over to Leo. So we're at about 34.5 minutes. Okay. All right. So let's see here. We're definitely going to clear the cards, clear all the energy, and switch over to Leo. All right. But yeah, let me know, guys, in the comments, Cancer, if you're still here, right? How this is feeling for you, how it might feel later. Always like to hear from you guys if you feel guided. Okay. So, oops, didn't mean to take that. We're gonna let the cards charge with the crystals. We'll do a little bit of incense real quickly. We'll do another sound bell, and then we'll go ahead and start the kind of shuffling process. Okay. Let's bring this over here and get this. Hopefully it'll catch a little faster. Sometimes it is slower than other days. Oh, there we go. It's starting to go a little bit faster here. It's been pretty dry here, so I think that's why it catches faster. But yeah, the Palo Santo sometimes just, it takes a minute. All right. So passing the cards through the smoke is a great way to clear the energy, right? From the previous reading, I want to make sure you don't necessarily let anything carry over. You want it all fresh and new. A little bit more. It's starting to already go out. All right. So a little bit, okay. A little bit for you guys as well. Get up in there. Energetically. All right. We'll just kind of let that chill. And I'm just going to throw the cards in randomly. We'll do our sound bell and then we will start the shuffling. All right. All right, another great way to clear the cards and clear ourselves is to do a sound bell, the vibrations, right? So we're gonna take a couple of deep breaths, only in if you feel guided. And we're just gonna tap back into our body. I'm gonna check in with my spirit guides again, and my guides, and we'll get started with Leo. All right, so this is for Leo. Leo. Let's see what we have coming up here for you, Leo, for September. All right, let's do some shuffling here. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for fire sign Leo the Lion for their highest good for September 2023. guide my hands, please. Messages for fire sign Leo the Lion for September 2023. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for fire sign Leo the Lion for their highest good and truth and vibration for September 2023. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Leo the Lion, fire sign Leo the Lion for September 2023. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for fire sign Leo the Lion for the highest good and truth for September 2023. Oh, big chunk of crystal came out. It's okay. I save that little piece. My obsidian is just real sensitive. Sometimes I hit it or put it on the cards a little too rough. Anyway, spirits, guide my hands. Messages for fire sign Leo the Lion for September 2023 for the highest vibration and truth. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for fire sign Leo the Lion for September 2023. What do they need to see to know? Slide for a real gentle light. And go ahead. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for fire sign Leo the Lion for September 2023. 4 cards only, please, spirits. Messages for Leo the Lion for September 2023. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Messages for fire sign Leo the Lion for September 2023. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for fire sign Leo for September. All right. We're going to take the top and the bottom. Decks. All right. Spirits, guide my hands, please. 1 card only, please. For fire sign Leo the Lion for September 2023. What do they need to see? Okay. Do the same thing. We're going to take the top, bottom. We'll figure out how Spirit wants these cards placed in just a minute once we're done with all of the picking up the cards. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for fire sign Leo the Lion for September. 1 card. Okay. That one really wanted to come out fast. All right. There, and let's see here. Spirits, did you want, well, first let me say 11 light. We come with respect and reverence for you. Thank you for all advice, wisdom, and guidance given, and thank you, of course, for listening. Spirits, did you want the Princess of Staves in the reverse position to represent the 2nd tarot card for this Leo September reading? Here. And spirits, once again, would you want me, this is a weird way to say that. Spirits, do you want me to have the 5 of Staves in the reverse position to represent the 3rd tarot card for this Leo September 2023 reading? And spirits, did you want the 8 of Sacred Circles in the reverse position here to represent the 4th tarot card for this Leo September 2023 reading? No? Okay, let's double check. Spirits, just to confirm, you want the 8 of Sacred Circles in the right side up position to represent the 4th tarot card for this Leo, September 2020. All right. And Spirits, did you want the 7 of Swords in the reverse position to represent the one and only tarot confirmation card for this Leo September reading? You. And Spirits, did you want the 10 of Wands in the reverse position? Yeah, the 10 of Wands in the reverse position to represent what's on top of this Hermetic Tarot deck for this Leo September 2023 reading. You? Okay. All right, let's see where they want these. Well, we're definitely gonna put this here, I think, in the last card, and the 4th card. I feel like maybe it goes in the 1st week. Double check real quick. Okay. Spirits, did you want me to talk about the 7 of Cups in the right side up position and the Ace of Cups in the right side up position when I talk about the Ace, when I talk about the 8 of Staves in the right side up position? Okay, they want that there. All right, thank you, Spirits. And Spirits, did you want me to talk about the 10 of Wands in the reverse position and the King of Wands in the right side up position when I talk about the 8 of Sacred Circles in the right side up position? Like no and yes. All right, Spirits, please give me a clear and definitive yes or no answer. Do you want me to talk about the 10 of Wands in the reverse position and the King of Wands in the right side up position when I talk about the 8 of Sacred Circles in the right side up position? No. Okay, that was clear. All right. Second week. I mean, it carries throughout, but we want to kind of put it to 1 week. Spirits, did you want me to talk about the 10 of Wands in the reverse position and the King of Wands in the right side up position when I talk about the Princess of Staves in the reverse position? All right, I hear you, but I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know. Now I'm just confused, but I'm gonna do what they say, and we'll figure it out as we go. Spirits, please help direct me, Spirits. Do you want me to talk about the 10 of Wands in the reverse position and the King of Wands in the right side up position when I talk about the 8 of Staves in the right side up position? Yeah, okay. All right, so all of this is going to carry through here all in the 1st week. All right, so no problem. We're just double checking and making sure. Thank you guys for your patience. All right, let's go ahead and take our picture and then get started here. Here, Leo. Stand up real quickly so we don't get too much of a flash or what am I trying to say? Reflection. Yeah, I guess it is the flash. Let's see. A glare. That was what I was trying to say, a glare. All right. Let's see here, Leo. So let's check our time too. We're at, oh my gosh, I'm blind, 49 minutes. Is that right? Yeah, 49 minutes, I believe. All right, so I will be putting that in the timestamps. I usually put it before the shuffling and after the shuffling for some people who want to see it or don't have time or care to see it. All right. So Leo, let's see what we got here for you for September. All right. So Leo, you have something that a couple of the other signs we're having for September, which is all of your top and bottoms from the 2 different tarot decks. They're all going in that 1st week. And it's not necessarily good or bad. It's just kind of interesting that it's been going this way for some of the signs. So again, it could have something to do with the general astrology or collective unconscious or world events or something like that, but just wanted to throw it out there. Okay, let's first go ahead and call out your cards, talk about the potential dates where some of these things can or may occur, and then we'll go and get deeper in. All right, so we've got the Eight of Staves in the right side up position here, Leo. We have the Princess of Staves in the reverse position. We have the Five of Staves in the reverse position, and we have the Eight of Sacred Circles in the right side up position. Definitely have all the wands here, Leo. All the staves and wands are the same thing, just a different name and a different deck. So you have 5 wands cards. So that is definitely the majority of your minor arcana. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, all right here. All right. So what do wands mean? What does this mean? Excuse me, or staves, what does this mean? This can talk about our physical body or our health. Or something that if it's not bad health or health that we need to look at or pay attention to. It could be talking about good health or things that get us passionate and fired up in our physical body. Now, Leo, you don't really have any major arcanas here, which is not necessarily good or bad, right? But it could be that there is less amount of physical change that you may be going through in September as to compared to other zodiac signs, right? So the more major arcanas you would see, the more dramatic changes happening, okay? Or more intense energies. Not that this necessarily isn't intense, but you have no major arcanas, okay? Now, if I was to pause your reading right here, Leo, and say, if there was a time throughout the month or several times throughout the month that you should do something that is within your control, like travel or manifest something in particular, I would say that the 4th week is the best for that. Okay, so that's when you have your green light. Not necessarily that it's like the first week is good too, but the 4th feels more like it's coming together, if that makes sense. So either the 1st or the 4th week, the beginning of September, the end of September. The middle is kind of a little messy. All right, but let's go one by one and see what we have here for you, Leo. Again, all the Leos, regardless of where you have Leo in your chart, are welcome here. All right, so we have the first card is Eight of Staves in the right side up position. And this could be energy from the recent past that we're still picking up since it's the first card. But this could be something shocking and surprising. It's fast messages coming through. So it kind of sends these birds into the famous saying, flight or fight mode, right? So I don't remember seeing birds fight, even though I've seen a lot of angry birds memes. These birds are flying, right? Because they're scared. Maybe these wands have come in randomly and they startled them. So it doesn't mean that you necessarily have to be scared or fight. It just means something shocking or surprising or really fast moving is coming in here for you, Leo. Or someone you're dealing with, multiple people you're dealing with, general environment situation. All right. But it feels like a little bit of this, Leo, for some of you guys, could have you or someone or some energy going backwards a little bit, okay? I say that because underneath it, this Eight of Staves or Eight of Wands, is we have these other 2 Wands cards as well. And so let's break it down. We'll get more insight about why this is showing up here. Okay, so you have the Ten of Wands in reverse. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, right? And then we have King of Wands, Aries energy in the right side up position. And again, this is past energy that made it possible for this Eight of Staves or Eight of Wands to show up here in the first week of September. We said it could be from around September 1st through the 8th, okay? but it's not set in stone. But it feels a little bit like going backwards here, Leo, in some way. It could be, instead of this message, whatever it is, it could be a message that you give or someone gives to you or comes in general from your spirit guides. It could be a message you see, read, right? It could be lots of things, but whatever this is, it could be that it is taking you backwards a little bit. Not necessarily backwards in like thinking about the past, but backwards as far as it could be making someone or some energy feel like the opposite of getting to the next step. It feels like you're taking 2 steps backwards, or that's what it felt like in the past in some way here. Could have something again to do with health, because you have 5 wands cards, or the physical body, or passion, or creativity, what gets us excited, fired up in our physical body. It could also be here, Leo, that instead of, well, there's so many messages coming through and they're going so fast. I'm like, I gotta focus on one, because again, it's a general reading. I'm just like hearing all these different things. But basically, like, it's feeling like there is this type of, yeah, taking 2 steps backwards instead of becoming a king, okay, or a queen, or stepping into our confidence or leadership qualities, or just in general. In the past, it felt that some type of ending and new beginning around health, possibly, or the physical body, didn't happen on one side, but on the other side it did. Like, it didn't fully happen. On somebody's side it happened. Okay, because we also have, again, the top and the bottom of the other deck here. Underneath these 2 cards, we have 2 more cards, right? So underneath the 10 of Wands reversed, we got the 7 of Cups. Okay, so somebody or something in the past was letting go of a lot of different options, was coming out of a dark night of the soul, searching for answers kind of energy. And when they did that, or you did that, or the energy shifted like that, then you also had the Ace of Cups underneath the King of Wands. So then this ending, new beginning, emotionally, an emotional ending, new beginning, or not an emotional ending, well, maybe for somebody, but more like, how's the way to say it? It's like a fresh start energy with the emotions, with getting back in touch with our innate talents and gifts and skills, emotionally supporting that, creativity, passion, right, which are fueled by the emotions. There also could have been a lot of strong energy here in the past, like, I've been through a lot emotionally, or someone has, or vice versa, etc., or the energy feels like that. Oh, now I kind of starting to remember what this, all the cards in the first week could be for some of you guys, because it's in multiple readings, different cards, different readings, but all kind of seems to go, majority of them in the first week. We have Venus going direct on September 3rd, which is today when I'm filming this, that's right. And then we have Jupiter going retrograde tomorrow, right? But it's like Venus going direct rules all relationships. Romantic, platonic, friends, family, self-love, all of that. Okay? So even, yeah, self-love, a relationship to our body. We talked about the wands, health, the body. This could have something to do with that as well, like a really fast message comes in the first week, shocking or surprising. It could be good or bad, right? It's gonna be different for everybody, Leo. But in the past, maybe someone or some side of it came on top or felt like they came on top. I don't know. We're gonna marinate on this because this is like feels like hard to describe. Okay, but we're gonna put it together because by the time we get to the second and third week, Leo, if you watch me shuffling and confirming your cards, when I wanted to put some of these cards over here, it was like no, yes, yes, no, no, no. And then I asked again, like more directly, and it was like no, like a little kid when they find out it's their favorite word, no, right? So this could be a response, almost the energy or the vibration that I'm picking up. That no response could be part of your response, Leo, to whatever that shocking message is that comes in or you give, or vice versa, etc. Right? Like maybe it feels like a no. Let's keep going and see what we have. All right. So we're going to break this down, okay? So by the time we get to the second week, Leo, now we have a Wands card in the reverse position, the Princess of Staves in the reverse position. And we said this could be from around September 9th through the 16th. The timing isn't set in stone, okay? But yeah, it feels like somebody's confidence is affected here by whatever this message is or how it's delivered. It could be taken, the message could be taken the wrong way. Of course, that can always happen, especially because Mercury doesn't go direct miscommunications until the third week. And I said your fourth week looked like the best, right, Leo? Okay. There could also be somebody's loyalty maybe is going to be called into question in that second week after that message, whatever it is, shocking or surprising, comes through, good or bad. Or someone is not feeling their support system like they normally would, or they feel like they can't be loyal to someone else. Then though, the good thing here, Leo, is by the third week, the energy is starting to slowly shift out of this, okay? When we get to the third week, you have the Five of Staves or Five of Wands in the reverse position, okay? So both of your wands reversed, but Five of Wands reversed is like, I want to let in my support system. I want to take life a little bit less seriously. But there is possibly still maybe a small health issue or something to do with the damn Mercury retrograde still, stopping on September 15th and slowly building its pace in the forward motion. It just could be like all these miscommunications and they're like moving faster than normal. I do see though that you're going to put this energy down, or this energy is going to shift here for you, Leo, or if it's for someone else, etc., right? Because by the time we get to your fourth week, or towards the end of September into the beginning of October, there is going to be this energy of like, okay, now I'm going to learn something new in an area I already know something about. I'm going to go even deeper. I'm going to become, or it's going to be even busier than I thought before at work, or putting in effort to something. Okay. It could be that now financial abundance is coming in towards the end of September as well, Leo, because if you have sacred circles, also known as pentacles, it could be money and or value. Now I'm feeling more valued. I'm valuing myself. I'm valuing others more. Yeah, so I really like that fourth week here for you is my favorite, Leo. Now, there's something that comes up here in your tarot confirmation card that's like another test, or it feels like a test, and you pass it, okay? Or someone else passes it, or the general environment situation shifts and passes it, okay? Because this tarot confirmation card is a combination of past and future energy. It comes in here and confirms all 4 weeks, right? It's what we call a good reversal, okay? So I'll show it to you more up close here. It's the Seven of Swords in the reverse position, Leo, okay? So it's like now, and it was sitting on top of that 4th week, the Eight of Sacred Circles or Eight of Pentacles. So now it's like, I don't need to be as defensive as I was in the past mentally with the anxiety, worry, overthinking, okay? Or if I didn't get the right kind of help in the past, even though maybe someone's intentions or vibration was just to help, it didn't help, it maybe made things worse, I don't know, right? But it's like that Seven of Swords is in reverse, is like, I passed the test, no, I'm not doing that again. Someone's also like, I'm so busy, I don't have time to even like get upset by that again or entertain it. Okay. So yeah, let's see here what your oracle card is though, Leo. So this is from the Rebecca Campbell Starseed Oracle deck. Okay, it's for September, even beyond. All right, and I haven't been reading from the book, but I want to kind of glance at it real quickly just to see what other like key things might stand out to me. But you got the Star Ancestors card. Okay, really pretty. We see kind of lots of Egyptian themes, right? So the pyramids, some Egyptian gods in the background, and space. All right. And it says here, Leo, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, and look a little deeper. Okay. So I want to put that right in the 3rd week where Mercury goes direct. I want to put it on top of another Egyptian card, your wands. We have a lot of wands or Egyptian cards in this deck. I want to put it on top of the Five of Staves or Five of Wands reversed. Because it's like, yeah, I don't want to take life so seriously. It's serious and important, but I also need my support system. I want to take their advice or at least entertain it a little bit, but I need more information. I need to get the secrets. I need Mercury to go direct and have less miscommunication. Okay. Let's see though what this little book has to say. Blah 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 blah. I'm not going to read all of it. I'm just going to find here. Let's see, Leo. If you're feeling stuck, you're being called to do something different, to change your point of view. Creativity happens when we put together two things that don't belong. When we do the unexpected. So often a creative solution is so right in front of us, but because we think the same thoughts and act the same way, we miss what's in the open. You are here to remember and uncover ancient secrets and transmissions, technology and wisdom that are so needed on our planet right now. To unlock your soul's memories of a time when we lived in harmony with Earth and one day will again. It says, the activation or meditation you can think about, I'm ready to remember ancient mysteries and secrets from deep within. So that could be deep within yourself too. It doesn't have to be this big like spiritual mission and humanity and all that stuff, if that like it seems too big or too weird to you, right? It could just be like to go within, really, and until you know yourself, right, you can't necessarily help or know others, as they say. But yeah, I just feel like you pass whatever this test is, Leo. And I'm going to be interested in seeing like what the October readings will be for you. But you passed the test, okay? So yes, thank you guys so much. That is your reading, dear Leo. And I will be uploading your photo in a few moments after this live is done in case you want to look at all the cards again, more up close in detail. So all you have to do, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook or somewhere else, right, is just go to Facebook, type in Malessea's Magic Light, which is the name of my website and my channel on YouTube. And you just look for this video, and in the first couple of comments there will be the photos for each reading if you feel guided. All right, but thank you guys so much as always for your likes and your shares and your subscriptions. They're all great free ways to support the channel here however you feel guided. But enjoy this time period, and I will see you guys later. All right, take care. Bye.